Hey guys, welcome to the Epic Movie Channel, where we talk about epic movies and stuff. Sometimes by we I mean me, and by sometimes I mean whenever I have the time. So this will probably be the only video I ever do. My name is Phil Kovacs, and today we're talking about X-Men Days of Future Past, which is both the sequel to X-Men First Class and X-Men 3. Alright, so I don't get killed, here's how it's gonna go down. I'm gonna give my spoiler-free thoughts on the movie, and then towards the end of the video, I'm gonna go into more spoilery territory, so be warned. X-Men Days of Future Past starts in the future where mutants are being hunted down and killed by Sentinels, but it very quickly, we're talking, well, okay, it's like 20 minutes. Wolverine gets sent back to 1973 to reunite Charles Xavier and Eric Lehnsherr to stop Mystique from killing Bolivar Trask, who created the Sentinel program in the first place, all to prevent this future war from the Sentinels, and lots of mutants dying. Right off the bat, I'm going to say I'm not as familiar with the X-Men comic lore as I am with heroes like Batman or Captain America, but I am a big, if not recent, fan of the X-Men movies. That being said, I really enjoyed the story. You have like a good grasp of everything that's happening. Like you have a good big picture idea, and then whenever you focus in on the characters, it just adds to it. You're well aware of who's where, and you have like the general idea of what they're doing. At times, it's kind of hard to tell what they're planning, but I feel like that's intentional to keep you guessing, so that way you're not just sitting, yeah, he's gonna move the metal and it's gonna hit him in the face and stop him. I mean, because who's really gonna want that in a movie? Another good standout aspect of the story was the characterization. Nailed it. Like you really feel what all these mutants are feeling. Like you feel like all the pressure in the future, and then you're heartbroken with Charles in the past. It was really great, and I love that all these actors, like, they just added to it, and it just added to the story, and it was fantastic. Is it really necessary to vacuum right now? Really? What do you have to say about it, tablet? The action sequences were a lot more fun, and I feel like they were vastly improved from X-Men First Class. Even though they are a little more spread out, like you have action sequence, story, whereas in X-Men First Class you had action sequences with like story sprinkled in between. It was a nice, pleasant change. And I know they had new costumes for Mystique and for Beast, which I feel like really contributed to that. And then the action sequences that had like all of the New Mutants powers, like Blink and Sunspot, that was really cool. And then Bishop just looked freaking awesome. All of the actors new and returning, they did a really fantastic job, not only like reprising or bringing their characters to life, but they found a lot to add to their characters. A good example of that is McAvoy's Charles Xavier. I absolutely loved what they did with that character. I love the transformation that he goes through. In the beginning, you see he's very broken, very battered, yet he's walking around, and he's definitely not Professor X yet. The character that, I don't remember what the guy's name is, but Peter Maximoff. I know he's supposed to be Pietro Maximoff, and I know there's like some kind of weird rights thing between Marvel Studios and Fox Studios, yet they can both use Quicksilver. I didn't hate him as much as I thought I was going to. In fact, I really didn't hate him at all. I wish they'd used him more. Like the one big action scene that he's in was absolutely fantastic, and probably one of my favorite scenes in the movie. So if he shows up in future X-Men films, I'm not going to be disappointed. I'm actually going to be very excited about it. I also want to give some props to Bryan Singer for really kind of taking back his franchise and breathing new life into it, and just kind of revitalizing it through this semi-sequel, pseudo-reboot thing. I really don't know what's going to happen, but I'm very excited to see where they go with X-Men Apocalypse, and in the potential X-Force movie, and then in another Wolverine spinoff. I'm very excited to see where that goes. Overall, Days of Future Past is a great, fun film. X-Men fans are gonna love it. If you haven't watched the X-Men movies, first off, get out from what under rock you're living under and go watch these movies. Most of them are what make comic book movies great. Watch all of them, even all the ones you heard weren't so great, like X-Men 3. And then go see Days of Future Past. Trust me, you will enjoy the movie so much more. My final rating, I'm gonna say it's not the movie we need, but it's the movie we want. And if you know anything at all about the Epic Movie Blog, that's pretty much the highest rating we can give. So yeah. Alright, from here I'm gonna be going into spoiler territory, so if spoilers absolutely scare the crap out of you and you're just like, no, crucifix that crap, and click the little annotation that's gonna show up somewhere in that area, and it'll take you to the end of the video. So I'll wait another second. Alright, so if you're sticking around, that means you really want to hear about these spoilers or you've already seen the movie. My first big thing is, praise be unto God, X-Men 3 is no longer canon. Kind of. The movie ends with Wolverine waking up in the Sentinel-free future and finding that not only are the future X-Men alive, but Jean Grey and Scott Summers are alive and kicking as well. And it's really great to see them back, and I hope they use those characters more in the upcoming movies. But essentially what happened here is Wolverine changing the past nullified everything that happened post First Class. Everything now exists in the First Class community, not community, continuity, which I think is great. Bryan Singer said that he was going to fix a lot of the continuity errors in the X-Men franchise, and I guess that should tell you everything you need to know about the X-Men movie franchise, that it was so messed up continuity-wise, it took a time travel movie to fix it, but hey, I'm not hating on it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. That's going to wrap it up for me here. If you like what you've seen, you can click the little subscribe button, you can like it, you can share it to your friends, or if you hated it, don't do anything, please. I'm very sensitive and emotionally unstable. If you want more from the Epic Movie channel or the Epic Movie blog, you can follow us on Tumblr at www.theepicmovieblog.tumblr.com. And I'll see you guys next time. Until then, peace out, movie watchers.